Dimela, sitambanga malase, sivele, dala kupaye. Sa, dimela, sitambanga malase, sivele, dala kupaye. Dimela, sitambanga malase, sivele, dala kupaye. Sa, dimela.
Everybody say calcium. Everybody say calcium.
I know that like calcium is like it's good for your health. It's good for your body. Like gives you like nutrients and stuff like that.
Free bad food.
It's in milk, right?
Yeah.
And it's good for you. You should have calcium.
That's about it.
Do you know why or?
No.
No.
Okay. Build strong bones. Comes from milk. That's about it. I think you take vitamins for it too. I don't take calcium vitamins. Let's see. What puts it in? Good for you, bad for you.
I know that it's in milk and other types of dairy products. I believe it's meant to strengthen bones. I think it's what it's supposed to use in. I believe we have some calcium in our teeth and enamel and stuff like that.
So what kind of foods and stuff? Is it good for you, bad
Strong
for you?
bones. It's good.
Strong bones. Milk, dairy products,
Yeah.
right?
Does it do anything for your teeth?
Yeah.
I think it does.
Teeth are calcium. It's pure, like the dentist, the real name for it is calcium.
No, I don't take calcium supplements.
Do you know if anyone in your family takes calcium supplements?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
And multivitamins with calcium in it.
I used to take vitamins when I was younger. The Flintstones.
Okay, yeah, Flintstone gummies, yeah.
I do once in a while, yeah. Helps with my legs. I have my leg problems sometimes, so I take calcium magnesium.
And does anyone in your family take them too?
No, just me.
Okay. Is there any reason why you don't take calcium supplements?
I just don't take supplements in general. I try to get whatever nutrition I'm going to get, I'm just going to get by eating regular foods. I don't really take vitamins or anything like that.
Okay.
No. Well, do the little vitamins count that have like your daily supplements in it?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, sure. And
I do.
does anyone
Like an out-of-work school teacher, they have no class.
Yep. Does anyone in your families take calcium supplements? You know, parents, grandparents, or something? Alright.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it, but I guess it matters. But I mean, I'm not well informed about it, so I guess it's important.
I think it is. I think it's important to know what you're doing with the body and where it comes from.
I can't imagine that it would be. I feel that ultimately what's most important is that I'm getting it into my system where it's coming from. Unless there's something I don't know about calcium, like different types of calcium have some sort of cell structure that makes the calcium better or worse for you. And if that's the case, then yeah, we probably should know it. But my assumption is that just calcium is calcium.
I'll be honest, no.
Why do you think that?
Because I'm not allergic to anything, and I'll just have it.
But don't you want to know like if it's like coming from like cows, like the cows are tortured or something?
I like
Or no?
cows.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Not sure.
Absolutely not.
Why do you guys think that?
Well, from personal experience, my dad is a bodybuilder, so I mean, I think I know a lot about nutrition, and the way FDA presents it is not how it should be
really don't know much about it, but I feel like I know there's a lot of supplements they don't endorse that work, but besides that, I don't know much about the FDA. I don't want to say something wrong though.
Drug safety?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Every couple of days you're hearing another recall of some other drugs, and what is it? I think it's Paxil is one of the antidepressants that causes suicide, which seems a little ridiculous to me, kind of counterintuitive. So probably no. I have to say they probably are not doing their job as well as they could. And just one guy though. So.
Yeah.
No, yes.
I don't know a lot
why
about
do you think?
it.
Why do you think it does? Or no?
I don't really hear anything on the news that's that bad about it.
Oh my god!
Why do you think that?
Because
Yeah.
I know they are.
Yeah.
You know they aren't. All right.
Yeah.
And
I did not know that.
so does that change you guys' minds, or since you're did it change your mind? Do you think it's more important to know where our products are coming
Yes,
from?
I think it is. I think that's an interesting fact, 1%. I feel like they should step their game up a little bit.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
No, I did not.
Does that make you feel like more strongly about knowing where your products are coming from?
Yeah, I mean, I always like to know, in anything in general, I always like to know where my products, what I'm eating, where I get my, supplements and stuff. That's me in life in general. I've always wanted to know. I'd rather eat good quality stuff than stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, man. Does that make you feel like more strongly about knowing where your products are coming from?
Yeah, but probably. I mean, if they were doing their job right and inspected all the sites, we would probably have a better understanding of where all the stuff was coming from. So, yeah, if I mean, that's major reform though. It means the FDA would really have to start doing a lot to try to follow all that. Oh my gosh, the logistics alone, mind-boggling. So I think it's kind of like almost with one would come the other. So if the FDA started following everything, then they would actually start. We would actually start knowing more. But if they don't do one, then how can they do the other?
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That's really gross.
No, I didn't actually.
That's
Sucks.
disgusting.
How does it make you feel?
Yeah.
I don't want to eat anymore now. I already had my. Oh man, that's disgusting.
All right.
Ew.
You got
Hi, I'm Peter Griffin with KYZXM, Unusual News and Sports. Thank you for all of your donations last week to the Berger County Fire Department. Their Sausage and Panini Festival food eating contest this Wednesday, held at the department at 5 p.m. should be one to remember. This week's main topic: what is calcium? What should you look for when buying calcium supplements? Are there any laws requiring companies to place the country of origin labeling laws on their calcium supplements? These are questions that you, the viewers, have demanded the answers. Our own Tiffany Ann is located in Chinatown, New York, with a very special guest to get to the bottom of this calcium conundrum.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Yam from KYZXM, Unusual Sports and News. I'm here with CC Johnson from Calcium Worldwide. He is better than Pfizer, Bayer, and Johnson & Johnson. Now, CC, can you please tell me a little about your background?
Well, my interest in calcium started when I was about 13 years old. I was a growing teenager. My mother suffered from osteoporosis, and I saw her taking lots of calcium supplements, and I honestly didn't understand why. So I was reading up on it on the internet, and I decided to try to make my own calcium supplements. I took eggshells, I put them in the blender, ground them up really finely, and added them to milk and drank it. At first I didn't understand why, but when I went to college, I studied biochemistry, and then I started understanding the purpose of calcium supplements and how they're beneficial to your body. And then as a graduate, I decided to start my own company, and everything went perfectly, and now I'm CEO of one of the top 10 calcium suppliers in the world.
So would you say that calcium is basically your life right now?
I want to say it's my life. I would just say that really wish to help people, and
Mhm.
there's people that have deficiencies which can lead to serious health effects.
Okay. Now I have a few questions to ask you. What are the main types of calcium out there?
I would say there's about three types that are commercially viable options. There's naturally derived, which comes from oyster shells, bone meal, which is ground up bones, and dolomite. There's refined calcium carbonate, and there's also chelated calcium, which is calcium attached to organic compounds in order to help improve the absorbability of calcium.
Now you mentioned naturally derived calcium. Would you say that's the better alternative compared to the other two that you've mentioned?
Although natural is a big thing in today's society, which all the vegans, all the vegetarians like to advocate for,
Mhm.
I would say that calcium is different in that, structurally speaking, calcium and lead are similar. So there's a risk of lead intoxication for anybody that takes naturally derived. I would say that better options exist out there, such as calcium carbonate and chelated calcium.
Okay. You did mention vegans and vegetarians. Now, I know vegans are one to not consume any products that have any animal related products. So, are there calcium supplements out there that are vegan friendly?
There are companies that produce vegan friendly calcium. Unfortunately, my company is not one of them. We're trying to make the transition towards a vegan calcium, but vegan suppliers usually include in their labeling whether they're vegan or not. If there's any discrepancies, people might want to try to call out the companies and ask them directly.
Okay. I have looked into calcium and I've noticed a difference between white pills and gray pills. Now, is there any difference that you can talk to me about these white and gray pills?
Well, people have become interested in what kind of calcium they're consuming. So if you take a pill, you can cut it in half. It'll probably either come out gray or white. If it comes out white, then it comes from calcium carbonate, and if it's gray, it comes from limestone calcium.
Is there any implications to the calcium supplement industry if the country of origin labeling laws were to be put in place?
Well, there's probably two types of implications I can think of. There's commercial implications and there's health implications. As far as health implications go, in the case that a pandemic were to break out or some kind of other virus, sickness or something,
Mhm.
the FDA could probably locate where the origin of where the pandemic broke out and quarantine it
Yes.
according to labeling, and that could help contain the pandemic and protect the citizens of this country.
Mhm.
Commercial wise, there are studies that show that consumers do tend to buy homemade products, homegrown, home assembled, and there are campaigns called Buy America,
Mhm.
which advocate for exactly that.
Mhm.
So if an American sees that a supplement was made here, they might either trust it a little bit more than others, or they might just want to buy it just because they want to support the country and help everybody out.
Thank you so much, Cece. Now this is Tiffany with Cece. Back to you, Peter.
Thank you, Tiffany, for that wonderful interview. Now I know what to look out for when buying calcium supplements and what to look out for in the future. Next week on KYZXM, Unusual Sports and News, is pizza really a vegetable? Are your children at risk while playing rock, paper, scissors? I'm Peter Griffin. Have a good night, America.